Hi guys, welcome to our channel. Today we are going to see about dinosaurs. The prehistoric period is classified into Earthian, Proterozoic, Cambrian, Ordovician, Silurian, Devonian, Mesopelian, Pennsylvanian, Permian. The dinosaurs lived in Jurassic, Jurassic and Cretaceous period. After Cretaceous, Paleocene, Eocene, Oligocene, Miocene, Pliocene, Pleistocene and Holocene. How do we know what dinosaurs were like? Although dinosaur remains a few, we know we can deduce quite a lot from their fossilized skeletons. We can calculate its weight by studying its bones. Heavy animals have massive bones to support their weight, while shift moving hunters have very light hollow bones. These facts tell scientists how big the muscles must have been. We know that a large digestive system is necessary to digest vegetable matter. The herbivores would have had massive barrel shaped bodies, while carnivores would be slimmer. The shape of the teeth tells scientists what type of food the dinosaurs ate. Much is presumed and guessed about dinosaurs. Looking at the Carnotaurus, it had weak jaws and was not well equipped for hunting, so it was assumed that it only fed on small prey. Baryonyx is the only known fish eating dinosaur, and uniquely, it had huge claws on its front limbs. How did dinosaurs evolve? Dinosaurs were reptiles that evolved into the most varied kinds of living creatures. They ranged from tiny bird like animals to monstrous beasts that were the largest animals to ever live in land. The dinosaurs survived for about 150 million years. They were not all meat eating killers as often portrayed in books and films. Most dinosaurs were peaceful, browsing animals about the size of modern farm livestock. The main thing that distinguishes dinosaurs from other reptiles is the way their body is supported by their legs. The legs of ancient and existing reptiles stick out sideways, so the body drags on the ground for most of the time. It is raised briefly when the animal runs. The skeletons of dinosaurs developed, so the legs were beneath the body, raising the whole body off the ground. Some dinosaurs had characteristics, the purposes of which are unknown, as in the Saurolophus that had a large bony ridge on the top of its skull. Although in many ways the Tyrannosaurus was a typical plant-eating dinosaur, it had a remarkable sail-like crest running down its back along its tail. Its exact function is not known. How clever were dinosaurs? It is difficult to access the intelligence of an extinct animal. But we do know that the intelligence of dinosaurs must have been sufficient for their way of life, otherwise, they would not have survived for millions of years. Some of the plant eating dinosaurs certainly had very small brains in proportion to their size. In comparison with their size, the brain of the smallest dinosaur predator were the biggest. This enabled them to think, react, and move quicker. The cleverest dinosaur was the Troodon, which was only about the size of a large domestic dog. Its brain was very large in proportion to its size. It could run very fast, swerving and ducking to catch its prey. It had all the right physical attributes to have evolved into an intelligent form of life, but it became extinct with all the dinosaurs. Triceratops had a resemblance to the modern rhinoceros and probably lived a similar lifestyle. It was one of a large family of plant eating dinosaurs which all had spiked skulls and a frill of bone covering their necks. Mosasaurus lived about 82 to 66 million years ago during the Campanian and Maastrichtian stages of the late Cretaceous. It has a mass of 14,000 kg and its length is 10 to 18 meter long. How did dinosaurs communicate with each other? There is very strong evidence that some plant eating dinosaurs could produce a lot of noise, although we cannot be certain about this. Many duck-billed dinosaurs had a large bony structure on their head, which was probably used to amplify sound, rather like the body of a guitar. Hollow air passages in the bony structure allow the dinosaur to produce low booming cries. In some species, the shape of the crest and the sound produced varied between individual animals, helping herd members to locate each other. The extraordinary crest carried by the Parasaurolophus appears to have acted as an echo chamber, giving this dinosaur a very loud booming cry. Males probably used individual sounds in their mating displays. Standing about as tall as man, Dionachus was a fast and intelligent predator that grasped its prey with clawed front limbs before ripping them apart with a huge claw on its hind foot. Many dinosaurs avoided attack in the best way they could. This velociraptor was small but heavily armed with a ripping claw on its hind leg. It probably hunted in packs. How did dinosaurs protect themselves? Dinosaurs had various ways of protecting themselves. Firstly, they might just have been too big to be brought down and eaten. Secondly, some dinosaurs could run very fast, indeed, which meant they escaped their predator. Stegosaurus' small, narrow skull could only host a small brain. Its plates were probably brightly colored and used for display to intimidate rivals and to attract mates. Its plates were too fragile to be armor and lacked enough blood vessels to be able to control body temperature. Its throat was covered with button-like scutes called ossils. Huge shoulder muscles allowed Stegosaurus to quickly turn when whipping his tail. Stegosaurus had two pairs of long tail spikes for self-defense. It is believed that the plates on the back of some dinosaurs were used in display to rival animals. The sharp spikes along the edge of the body of Sauropelta would have stopped any predator from getting at its soft underbelly. Thirdly, a slow moving dinosaur may have been covered with spikes and horns to help deter attackers. Although the sides of its body were less heavily armed than many of its relatives, the underside of the minmi was well protected by being covered with tough bony plates. Although some dinosaurs could not run very fast at all, they had other ways of defending themselves. The Tyrannosaurus had a tail club that it could wear in defense. As well as being covered with jointed armor and defensive spines, the Euplocephalus carried a massive club on the end of its tail which would have crushed any predator. The Oviraptor was an odd dinosaur that may have lived entirely on the eggs of another dinosaur. It was bird shaped with a powerful beak for crushing eggs and did not have any teeth. The eggs of Odomeus have been found broken open from the inside as the young hatched out. The baby dinosaurs are thought to have foraged for their food while being guarded by adults. Plant eating dinosaurs had long necks to enable them to reach trees, which were their main source of food. Tyrannosaurus Rex, usually just called T Rex. It was the largest and most fearsome land living predator ever to have existed. Evidence shows that Tyrannosaurus was about 12 meters long with strong legs and could eat up to 226 kg of meat in one bite. Hadrosaurus was a large plant eater that walked sometimes on two legs and at other times on four. The diets of some dinosaurs are a complete mystery. For example, the Segnosaurus could have eaten termites, fish, or plants. Dinosaurs usually move in herds, and within that herd, they keep a leader. That is why they fought with each other to be able to claim that title. Spinosaurus had a sail on its back and unusually long and narrow head. Allosaurus had triangular horns in front of its eyes and paired ridges along its snout. Monolophosaurus had a knobby ridge running along its snout and over its eyes. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe our channel.